Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series of Mobile Computing and Wireless Communication. I am your instructor, Ms. Alpatwala. So today we are going to learn regarding to the GPRS. So first of all, the topics to be covered in this lecture. First of all, we will learn regarding to the GPRS, that what is the GPRS in the detail, and then after we will learn regarding to the quality of service regarding GPRS, and then after we will learn regarding to the GPRS architecture. So basically the term GPRS means General Packet Radio Service. Now basically if we talk about your internet, mobile internet connection, mostly everyone is having nowadays a mobile internet connection. So this mobile internet connection is nothing but your GPRS. What you are using nowadays is based on GPRS. Okay, that is the full form of GPRS is General Packet Radio Service. So basically this GPRS offers the speed from 14.4 kbps to 171.2 kbps to access the internet. Okay, now this is the ideal speed, but it is not like that you can have this speed at your internet package. Okay, it can be plus or minus according to your quality of service. Basically, what is the working application of GPRS? So you can do the browsing from of the web. Okay, by your mobile phone, you can do the email, or else you can surf. You can use GPS. You can use the basically map location. Okay, location finding. This all can be the application of the GPRS. That is, you are using internet while you are moving. Okay, you are using internet while you are moving, and this is what nothing but GPRS. So basically this kind of connection does not require any dial-up. Obviously if you are establishing the internet connection at your home, then it must require dial-up connection to be first established, and then after you can use that connection. That first configuration is very much of important. Okay, but for GPRS you just need to give the money to the whatever your operator is. Okay, they will provide you the internet package, and you are just using the manual connection, and according to it this particular connection will be always on connection. Okay, this will be the always on connection. You are connected with the internet each and every moment 24/7. Just you need to start and you need to stop it when you are not using. Okay, so this is what immediate also, whenever you are starting it will be available to you because it is always on connection. So this is the basic fundamental regarding to the GPRS, and what is the GPRS and how you are using it. Now next one is the quality of service of GPRS, the QoS, quality of service based on your GPRS. So first of all, the first quality of service you can provide, the GPRS can be provided is service precedence. So obviously you have must experience this whenever you are downloading something from your mobile internet, and even though you are using the internet from in your Chrome, suppose. For an example, suppose you are using in any web browser and you are using multiple tabs at a time. So whatever tab you are currently facing, that tab will have the higher precedence of internet uses than the background tab. So this is what the service precedence. Suppose I want to download 3 files at a time. So from that 3 files, I can focus on a single file. I can pause 2 files and I can focus on a single file. Okay, so this is what a service precedent. Whatever internet whatever internet I am having, right? So that internet I can divert according to my preference. Next, reliability. Reliability in the sense it will be available to you the packet. Suppose all of this fundamental according to GPRS will be on the packet internet. Okay, so packet internet. So whenever suppose you are having the mis-sequencing of your packets, suppose you are having the corrupted packet. Suppose you are not having the proper packet what you want to receive. So all this fundamental can be easily resolved in the GPRS. Next, delay. The delay is what kind of, suppose here if we talk about in GPRS, so the GPRS is using 95 percentile delay, which is, for an example, suppose I am watching a movie online, right? I'm watching a movie online. At that time, I am watching a movie online. At that time, I am having one buffer space. Okay, suppose I am stucking out at one point. So that particular fundamental will try to take internet from that server side. Okay, your mobile phone will try to take the internet, try to take from that server the data, but suppose that delay is going to be very large, then it will just interrupt that and you need to restart your whole movie again. Okay, so this is what a delay which is already prescribed or predefined, that is the 95 percentile delay. Suppose your internet is having more than that, then it can be lost. Okay, and next one is throughput. Obviously, we all want a very high data rate, and that high data rate is provided by the GPRS, and everyone is using our mobile internet, most of them. So now we are going to learn regarding to the GPRS architecture. We have already learned the GSM architecture. We already know that the GSM architecture is basically based for the voice data communication. While you are calling, you are on phone call, at that time whatever your data, when you are on your mobile, the data is basically transferred from your caller to callee according to the GSM architecture. Now, if we talk about the internet uses, that is based on the packet service, that basically depends on the GPRS architecture. So basically, we are using the GSM architecture for the voice communication, and even though in a GPRS architecture, we are using GSM as a baseline. Okay, we are using GSM as a baseline. After that, we are using the GPRS. So whatever entities, whatever the GSM entities we have learned, that is all are your MS, then BTS, BSC, MSC, then after your HLR, VLR, AUC, EIR, that all the fundamental will be the same in the GPRS. But some of the fundamental need enhancement. Okay, so basically the GPRS is having two spatial support node for the packet service configuration. Okay, and that support nodes are first of all the surveying GPRS support node. Okay, that is surveying GPRS support node. And second one is gateway GPRS support node. Surveying GPRS support node and gateway GPRS support. So basically this two support node is having very much important fundamentals or functions in the GPRS architecture. So first of all, let us see the architecture. You can see that in architecture, basically all the fundamentals are same. You are having the MS. MS is connected to the BTS. BTS is connected to the BSC. BSC is connected to the SGSN, that is surveying GPRS support node. Okay, your BSC is connected to the SGSN, that is surveying GPRS support node. In GSM, basically you are having the MSC. Okay, we already know the hierarchy in GSM, that is MS, on that BTS, on that BSC, and on that MSC. And MSC is a heart of GSM, right? Same as the SGSN is a heart of GPRS. So basically, the GPRS is having the basic functionality of all the GPRS is basically connected with the SGSN. You can see that in SGSN all the fundamental is connected together. Okay, your HLR is also connected to the SGSN, your VLR is also connected to the SGSN. And the another fundamental, that is GMSC, is being replaced in GPRS by GGSN, that is Gateway GPRS Support Node. Okay, so basically whatever functionality that is performed according to the GMSC, that all functionality will be performed according to the GGSN. Okay, now what is that all functionality we will discuss, but this is the proper architecture of GPRS. You can see, right? So first of all, we are learning regarding to the SGSN, that is Surveying GPRS Support Node. Now what's the task we can perform by the SGSN? So first of all, packet switching can be done, routing and transfer can be there, mobility management can be there, logical link management can be there, authentication and security mechanism and charging functionality can be there. Now this all functionality is ultimately provided by MSC in GSM, and that all the functionality is provided by SGSN in GPRS. So we can see also that the heart of GPRS is SGSN. Now with this just SGSN, same as in your MSC, that all the MSC are connected with the databases, and that databases are HLR and VLR. Okay, and your OMC is connected with the VLR, sorry, AUC and EIR. Okay, so basically your SGSN is also connected with the HLR and VLR. Same as we know that we are having multiple MSC and we are having multiple SGSN, and that all MSC are connected with they all MSC is having their own HLR and VLR. Same as all the SGSN is having that HLR and VLR information. Okay, so this is not like that we are having separate HLR and VLR for SGSN. Whatever MSC is having with them, that is whatever HLR and VLR that particular MSC is using, the SGSN will take the data from that HLR and VLR. So basically whatever your information you requiring for the calculation of billing, and what your subscriber is having the internet package or not, what amount of internet package they are using, that all information collectively stored in your HLR, and that information will be get by your SGSN from that HLR. So this is the basic functionality of SGSN. This SGSN is having one different kind of database also, and that is known as the location database. So this location database is particularly reserved for the GPRS user. If you are a GPRS user, that whatever your location is, that location will be measured and calculated, and then after it can be stored into the location database. So this location registry is basically what only for the GPRS subscriber, and that GPRS subscriber location will be updated into that database, and that is basically connected with the SGSN. No MSC will have any of the problem with the SGSN. Okay, that particular thing. So this all are the functions of SGSN. Now next one is GGSN. GGSN is basically a gateway. We all know that the gateway is basically a device which connect two different kind of networks. So same as we are having one side the GPRS connection network, and other side any another PDN network, packet data network. Okay, that could be a Wi-Fi, that could be any kind of another packet data network, right? So that network is basically connected with the GGSN, that is Gateway GPRS Support Node. So ultimately your GGSN is nothing but the router. It is having the same functionality as a router. It is converting the data format from one form to another form. Suppose one side we are having GPRS and one side we are having Wi-Fi. Both are the different fundamental, both are based on different protocols, both the packet will have different packet format structure. So we need to convert from one packet structure to another one. So that particular thing or functionality is provided by the GGSN. GGSN is firstly converting whatever your data packet from. Suppose I am surfing something on an internet, right? And that server is of any Wi-Fi connection, is based on any Wi-Fi connection. So I am using GPRS from my mobile phone. I have typed something, any website URL, right? That website URL will having some other server, and that server can be of LAN configuration, it can be of any another kind of configuration. So my packet data format will be different kind of, and the receiver data format can be of different kind of. So the connection of two different network will be done according to the GGSN. So basic functionality of GGSN is based on the PDU, that is Protocol Data Unit or Packet Data Unit. So whatever your protocol, whatever network you are using, that network will have this separate kind of packet structure, and that packet structure needs to be followed properly. Okay, so this all are the functionality of GGSN. Now, what network enhancement we need or required? So we already know that we are using the GSM architecture, and the GSM architecture is having different entities. I have already told you that all the entities must be enhanced. Okay, because till now, till up to GSM in 1G, okay, in 1G or even though in 2G, after 2.5G generation, we had included the GPRS. The GPRS technology is of the 2.5 generation. So till 2G, ultimately we were using only GSM architecture, and that all the entities are based on the GSM architecture only. But what we are doing, we are developing GPRS on GSM. Okay, we are developing GPRS on GSM. So whatever entities we have already developed, we have already configured, we need to reconfigure it for the receival and transmission of packets. Okay, ultimately in GSM we are only using the voice communication, the analog signal. Okay, or else we are converting it into a digital signal, but we are not dealing with any packets, right? But after GPRS introduction, we are dealing now with the packets. So ultimately, whatever entities you are having in GSM architecture, that all the entities must be configured or must be reconfigured according to the packets. So the BTS must be reconfigured. Nowadays only till 2G only the voice communication were there, no packet data communication were there. So from the MS to BTS, the data must be sent according to the packet structure, and that for that receival of the packet and forward configuration, forward transmission of your packets, your BTS and BSC both must be enhanced. Then your HLR must be updated with the some of the additional columns for the subscriber who are having the internet package, what internet package quality they are using. Likewise, they are using 2G packet, 2G pack, or they are using 3G pack, or they are using 4G pack. What amount of package they are using? That means the subscriber have subscribed to the 1.5 GB data per day, or 2 GB data per day, or 4 GB data per day, that all information must be stored in your HLR. So whatever your subscriber is, if they are subscribed with your GPRS, that all information must be stored in your HLR. So we need or we require additional columns. We require additional columns to be added in the HLR database. Accordingly, VLR can also be changed. Okay, then after your MS, obviously we all know that when there were 3G, we were required 3G mobile phone. When there were 4G, we were required 4G phone. Nowadays, new era is coming of the 5G, so we will require 5G phone. So according to the generation, according to the protocol, your MS, that is your mobile station, your mobile phone must be upgraded. Okay, it must be enhanced. And then after the SMS node, that is SMS GMSC and SMS IWMSC, that all needs to be enhanced. So thank you all. In today's lecture, we have learned regarding to the GPRS, that what is the GPRS, the quality of service of GPRS, and then after we have learned regarding to the GPRS architecture. Thank you. We will meet in our next lecture.